Well, welcome back, folks. We're still here. We are at 40,000 feet over England. Betax is roughly, Betax being an X-ray point, of course, is sort of halfway between Newark and Nottingham. That random window is still here, before which I apologise profusely. See if we can find any landmarks from the aircraft. It's a really interesting light streak there. I'm presuming that's Nottingham East Mids, EGNX, East Midlands Airport. Yeah, that's about the only landmark we've got really up here. What we'll do though is we're just going to start preparing ourselves for the arrival into Edinburgh, because we're going to be top a drop in call it 60 miles, so about 12 minutes. I've just got this screen because I've not really done anything because there's nothing to do. So I don't want to activate approach mode yet. I do want to go to flight plan, and then from a bevy. Nope, not from a bevy. EGPH. We'll land onto runway 24. And our arrival is the INPIP, or INP1 Echo. So ILS, none. Yeah, we'll avoid Tally. It's more or less just starting waypoint anyway. And then start being an MP1 Echo. There you go. We'll insert all that. Insert that. You delete the disco. And then that all links through. We'll insert that. That'll recalculate our top of drop in. Yeah, so top of drop's gone a lot further back now. Oh no, it's the same place, roughly. Which is good to know. So top of drop's calculated 13:21. It's now 13:11. So yeah, 10 minutes till top of drop. We'll do a landing performance whilst we're here as well. Why the heck not? Landing performance. Just sync it with the FMS. Put it through that way. Sync that with the sim. Go config full. And then, yeah. Compute the landing distance. So it's 4,000 foot landing. So what if we do auto brakes low, manual landing, config full, reverse thrust available. Oh, it's only medium or manual. That's fascinating to see. But yeah, still, so we can do medium auto brake and then just roll out and turn left. We're a pretty light aircraft today, and the surface winds are 270 at 14s are pretty minimal. Crosswind component. But our landing speed. Of course, we've got performance, and just click onto approach. Is 114 knots. Wow. I'm going to probably come in a bit hotter than that, purely for my own sanity, because that just feels too uncomfortably slow. Outside air temperature 15. QNH was down to be 2988 or in 1012. Minimums will be 500 feet because we got a bit visual at that point, and that'll do. That's basically the approach set up. So yeah. And guess what we can do is flight plan, and our next restriction is at or above 20,000. So just put we'll just no, dear God no. Scrolling 20,000 feet, and when we get closer, I'll right click it and it'll drop the aircraft down. Otherwise, we're ready for the approach. So I'll see you guys when we get a little bit lower.
A passenger refusing to follow crew instructions and is becoming disruptive.
Okay, keep me informed.
Okay, so obviously we're just putting the seatbelt signs on to come in to Edinburgh. We're dropping down now. I did leave the descent a little bit later, for which I apologise profusely. But you can see we're diving down after catching it up. what I'll actually do is just scroll us straight through to 3000 for the ILS. Oh! Fuel wing tank level low. Fuel leak suspected? No. Is there a way for me to control that? No. I don't understand how to queue that. Right, the aircraft saying it thinks it might have a fuel leak. I'm saying no, it doesn't. We're just low on fuel. Got £18,000. Yeah, we've not got much left on board, but we'll be fine. But yeah. Anyway, we are diving down over the Lake District. It's very loud, this game. So, to be honest, I've got no idea. That would be pet. Hang on. That would be Penrith, I think. Trying to spot the railway line. Yeah, that's Penrith, I believe. So give us an idea of where we are in the world. That's the sort of the Pennines. Over to the right, you can start seeing the distance south of the North Sea. So, and obviously over there, that's the Irish thing, and that's the Solway Firth. Pretty much, yes, that's Carlisle. That's the Solway Firth. This will be Penrith that we've just gone over, and we are going. And so Solway Firth pretty much is the border between England and Scotland. So we'll be entering Scotland at that point. Oh, I'm now very low, so I'm going to put my air brake away and arm it, and I'm going to go. Yeah, and I've put it in altitude reference mode, so it's going to try and. The airplane's not going to be stuck looking after itself. Cool. What I'll do is I'll turn the auto brake on for landing. Auto brake is set to medium, which is fine. Speed brakes are armed. That's also fine. We'll pull our set of range view down to about 80 miles for now, maybe 80. Yeah, 80 is enough to give us a good SA. You can now also see that train map there. So when we've driven up to Edinburgh on the train before, sort of that Newcastle's about there. So you follow the coast around. Far more direct to go through the middle. That would take you through the Cheviot Hills, and especially back in today, trains and hills, not friends. Yeah. Go right. So that Bing is saying what basically we're altitude capture. Oh. Fuel supply. Saying it wants those two pumps on. Is that what it's saying? Yeah. Cool. What I'll do. We should have had enough fuel for the flight, but obviously we don't. I can't bump it up through here, can I? No. Oh well, we'll be fine. I mean, we've got 3,300. Yeah, we've got basically a third of the fuel we've used for the flight, and bear in mind we're not landing, so we're going to be absolutely fine. So we're not taking off. We're landing. We are landing. We're not taking off. I apologise profusely for that. Anyway, once we land at Edinburgh, we'll sort of vacate and park at one of the air bridge gates. Hopefully they'll be available for us. Unfortunately, I can't clear that, so yeah. Let's see if I can queue a center console. There you go. Let's clear that way. An FD maybe? No. Oh, it's at my console. I need to move to the MFD. No, that's okay. That's the that. That's the that. And that means I can click on things in here. And what am I clicking on now? There you go. The aircraft now descending further on path. I've got no idea at all. I'll just put my cursor back in the MFD. If I say mailbox and then no, MFD. Cool. Okay, so pretty much we're inbound now. Next altitude restriction, the aircraft's bothering about 7,000 feet. We're fine where we are. Give it a bit of air brake. It's asking for it. So we'll give it about a quarter of air brake. So bear in mind, because this is an Airbus, you can only extend half air brake. Yeah. You can only extend half air brake with it. So we're now dropping down over the top of, I suppose this would be the Scottish portion of the Cheviot Hills, really. Well, the top of the Pennines. Let's see if I can... No, we're too far west for me to know where we are. I'm used to more sort of over that area. In which case, I'm talking crap, this isn't the cheapest, it'll probably be the top of the Pennines. Bear with me, I'll find out what... It's annoying me. Because I should know what those hills are, I just can't remember the name of the area. The Grey Mare's Tail Nature Reserves are roughly the area that we're flying over. Let's just say it's the border hills, there we go. The borders. The borders. Because they're angry and Scottish. You know, the borders accent actually got quite subtle. Yeah. Right, we'll pull down to 20. Oh, we'll do 40, just because we're still approaching that kink in the road. When we hit that range ring, I'll thingy it down. But yeah, we're going to basically line up, let the aircraft settle itself on the ILS. What we can actually do is just say 250 knots, bang. I'm just going to decide on profile and hold 250 knots of airspeed until the airplane's going to hold 250 knots of airspeed on profile until I tell it otherwise. Which is pretty spot on. There you go, you can see the first and fourth. That is a cloud, that twinkly effect. It looks like an angry cloud, but I think it's just a rain cloud. It will not be anything. It's not. It's nowhere. It's like if you look at it in relation to the clouds, it's nowhere near tall enough to be a CB. This is just a rain cloud, which will probably fly under it, get a bit wet, but that's fine. Gives the aircraft a wash. Yeah, that's the further forces. Here's now the lowlands of Scotland, or the central belt. That'll be... no. Yes? No. Arthur's Seat will be sort of behind us. Well, not behind us, like behind the things. That's Edinburgh. So that'll probably be Arthur's Seat there, my apologies. But we are continuing down. We're through 8,000 and I'm going to turn the landing lights on. And because I'm single crew, I'm just going to turn the APU on now, which... not the best given the fact that we are critically low on fuel, but shush. It'll be fine. Yeah, £2,900. Or 2,900, yeah, £2,900 aside. We'll be absolutely fine. Bear in mind that's £2,900 aside. Okay, so it's not much, but it's enough. Enough is enough is yeah, it's about £5,000, which is the bottom reserve for this aircraft. Enough fuel is enough fuel. 7,000 feet. We're now straight on level. I'm leveling off. Air brakes are stowed and armed. Parking brake is released. Cockpit door, I'm going to put it to lock position. I'm going to making sure it is locked, especially given that unruly passenger from earlier. The crew probably got them restrained. TCAS stays where it is. Oh, that is the button push to get rid of that. Cool, I now know. We'll put the wheel screen up if we can. No, we can't. Alright, we'll go on there. That's fine. So I want to watch I'm going to turn the crossblades off because we don't need to be feeding across from different tanks. And then there you go. Gears up. Auto brake is on. No, because that is set. I think that tooltip is erroneous. The auto brake is now set, I believe. Yeah, there you go, dry. Runway conditions are dry. We're at 6,000 feet, so we're going to turn click, click, clink, click, clink. There we go. Advice 292 heavy, inbound, sorry, about Edinburgh approach, advice 292 with you, inbound for the ILS, 24. Passing 5,500. Well, where are we going over the water here? That'll be Leith, so yeah, pretty much Edinburgh. So Something sunshine on Leith. Yeah, I see those hills when I go up to Edinburgh on the train. Oh, come on. Yeah, see those hills there quite regularly. I'll scroll to 3000 and then just... No, oh well. Profile descent, there you go. And I'll turn the ILS view on and we'll put a velocity vector on just for the crack. Given that there's an airplane out in front of us, what I'm going to do is set my speed back to 210 knots and set my descent rate. No, come on. Basically descend on profile. So the airplane's going to continue to descend, and I'll be following it, and it'll be following the instruction. And basically, it's just going to try and slow down as much as possible, without actually deploying any air brakes. What we'll do is I'll just put. I'm going to put quarter air brake out again. I just want some spacing on the aircraft in front. Obviously, because we don't have air traffic control, we've got to do it ourselves. We'll call altitude. Probably in that cloud in front of us, conveniently positioned cloud. Yeah, he's definitely going for the ILS. We're slightly below him now, actually. And what we'll do is just slam, slam, and then we'll just level up at 3000. Actually, what I'll do, I'm going to go to 2500. Fine. I'm going to continue to vertical speed of 600 feet per minute. We're over the water. We've got really good visuals. That I believe is Bass Rock there. It's another landmark you can see from the train. And I can approach mode as we round the curve on the final. I'll pop to 180 knots to let that aircraft get ahead of us again. So we're just going to idle off the throttle. The reason I've got the gear page up is obviously that you can see the landing gear's at 20 degrees, which is actually quite warm given the fact that outside air temperature is 15. So I'm not sure why they're warm still, but when I use the gear to stop, it'll be fun to see how warm they get. The fourth rail bridge just isn't loading in yet for some reason. So around the final approach for Edinburgh. That is Leith there. Got approach mode is armed, 180 knots. And there we go. So there you go. Runway in sight. We're going to go into a cloud so it'll re-emerge, but we know we're lined up on the runway. Waiting for the GS to come down. We're following him quite closely. We'll slow to 130 knots as an approach pace. What DME are we at? I'm not getting a DME here, am I? So, Emily has control. Yeah, I don't believe we've got the correct ILS plugged in, so I'm just going to allow the aircraft to descend. I'm going to select 3.5 degrees on the approach path. That should be about it there. Our landing gear comes down. Straight to flap 4, please. Speed brake is definitely armed. Continue approach. I'll hand fly the landing. For whatever reason, we've not picked up the ILS. Also, I see an aircraft in front of us on TCAS, but I do not see it out the window. And we'll just select 130 knots. So power drops off. We're now fully dirtied up with the aircraft for the landing. Interestingly, somebody has nicked the fourth rail bridge, which is a really big landmark on the way into Edinburgh. There we go. And whoa. Okay, aircraft ahead waved off. I see him out the window now. There he is. We're in a good place for the puppies. There's someone on the runway, isn't that great? Well, hopefully... We're just coming behind him. We've been blown slightly off course on the approach. Yeah, that guy's taking off now. We'll be absolutely fine land behind him. I'm going to get a bit of his turbulence, but aside from that... Also, apologies for that there. See what looks like another aircraft ahead of us. So there was one aircraft veered away and oh god. Okay, so there's one aircraft airborne who's not appeared on my TCAS screen yet. The other guy goes around behind him. We're 120 knots. We are as slow as we can make this aircraft go. I genuinely feel like I don't know if it's the sim degrades its ability to have performance, but I feel like the roll rate's just insane. Slightly high. Don't you dare enter the runway. I'm going to land over your head if you do. You can see I'm coming down the finals.
500.
There you go, airfield's loaded in now.
400.
He's holding short for us. Good. I'm slightly high, but that's fine.
Minimum
Continue.
300.
Yeah, so the ILS completely failed. We just transitioned to VFR flying because it didn't unduly increase crew workload. There was no point wasting money on the fuel and go around. There's another EJAT.
100. 90. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
And we've got reverses are on. We're ignoring the fact that there's an aircraft on the runway. We're actually going to vacate before him, I think. Reverse idle. There we go. Well, folks, welcome to Edinburgh. Bit of stuttering as we arrive. However, welcome to Edinburgh, folks. The time is 14:47. I'd like to thank you for flying with Edelweiss today. Edelweiss is the person who's like, why is that A320 vacating at the same time as us? Shh. Don't question it, folks. And we'll just swing the nose. So that taxiway is a bit tight. We probably could have gone to the end, but oh well. As quickly as we taxi in, we want the serve page. Yep. TCAS to standby, please. Crap. I've gone off-roading. This is why you have two people doing this job in real life. I do love that lots of buildings have now got interiors, including the fire station. It should make a nice little difference being able to actually see the fire trucks parked up in there as you taxi past. What we need now is the ability to call them out. Yeah, I mean, the tower controller in Edinburgh today is having a bit of a day, isn't he? Whoa! Crikey, Joe. I mean, I guess it was legal. It's definitely an incident, but it was legal. So what we'll do is GSX up, please. Gate. is where we're going. Oh, A220 over there. I'm really excited actually for the iniBuilds. I believe it's iniBuilds who are working on it. A220. Got the Jet 2 holidays A321. Have you seen that Dutch class on TikTok? Who can do the voice perfectly. What we'll do, we'll stop the aircraft. I'm going to select position 4 for us. So we'll just change the parking position. Change facility, please, to gate. Parking 4. No. Everyone just repositions ever so slightly. I'm not going to get any sort of pushback. Yeah, guidance in here. 4A basically allows you to get like 2 ATRs on the same stand. Oh no, sorry. Oh, actually 4A would have been able to send. And sorry, I apologise. I retract my previous statement. I was talking shit. Let's see if it lets me just walk past and rearrange the aircraft slightly.
At the wrong parking position.
Warp me. Warp me, daddy.
You are currently parked at the wrong parking position.
I say again.
Parked at the wrong parking position.
What is the parking?
You are currently parked at the wrong
Shut
parking
up! Whoa, up! This is going typically well for a Northern Princess Productions video.
parking position.
Change. Please let me change.
Currently parked at the wrong parking position.
Right. GSX is broken.
You are currently parked at the wrong parking position.
Just forcibly restarted it. So, now that we've arrived on stand at Edinburgh, you can see the sign in there confirming we're in Edinburgh. The sign's how you know.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
And we'll just get all the flaps in. That's set, that's set. AP will stay on for now. Beacons can come off. Right, look at those wheels. So they're 85 degrees. And that's just given the, oh dear God, the flap. This brakes need retracting. Oh well, they're just staying up now apparently. No, they don't. Interesting. Well, anyway, as we've arrived on the stands, to be fair, the way we've parked is probably the best way to park. Let's just see if it, now that I've forced it to restart itself. Operate the stairs for the stand, please, and just disembark us that way. There you go, the disembarkation process is now going to begin. So, all it leaves for me to do now is to say thank you for watching today's fabulous YouTube video. Sorry, it's this button here, isn't it? There we go. So now that we're parked up, I'm going to turn off my seatbelt sign. Everything else stays put, basically. Smoking sign stays. We join us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for flying with. Well, yes, I'd like to thank you all for flying with Edelweiss today on your way to Edinburgh. Hope you enjoyed our new A350. Something. Loads of A321s I've just taxied in. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis. Until next time, bye-bye.